Hello and welcome back to Euro Truck Simulator 2. Thank you very much for joining me in this video, and today we are going to be taking a short journey. It's not going to be a long journey at all, from Berlin over to Gorskau Wielkopolski. Polski maybe. Polski, yeah, that sounds right. Wielkopolski in Poland. So we're going to be going off to that place on roads we have partly been on and partly not. It seems like we've been on some of the roads. So we're going to be going down the 11 and then the A6. And then the S3 over into a town that we have never been to. So that should be pretty cool. Looks like there might be another dealership there. So we might go find out what that is. So as a matter of fact, I'll do... Ooh, this is giving me a completely different route. Oh, that's an even nicer route, but although it does have a toll booth to go through, I really don't want to go through toll booths. So no, let's not do that. Let's go up that way. What I'll do is I'll force it to go through there, and then we will do that. Yep, there we go. That looks pretty good. That works for me. Okay, so make sure you stay tuned for the rest of this video to see a bit of a drive across that. I don't know what that is, so unfortunately we're not going to get that today, unless I was to run this down all the way and then come along. You know what? Why not? There you go. Done. That will do the trick. It's going to be a little bit longer, but it should be a little bit more fun, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Okay, so here we are, ready to go. Back in towards Poland. Hot chemicals. Hot chemicals, that sounds really dangerous. Really, really dangerous. So I'm going to be probably a little bit more careful here than I would have been. Why couldn't I just take something from IKEA? That would have been so much nicer. Instead of hot chemicals. Can you imagine if I took that double trailer that we were having a look at in the last video? That would be interesting. Give way here. Are you giving me way? Are you giving me way or him way? Him way. I'll go after him though. Let's pull out after that insignia, and we are underway. Well, I say we're underway, we're sort of underway. Topics for today, well, given the last topic, I haven't read the responses because that video isn't even out at the moment. This is actually straight after the first one. So I don't know what the responses are going to be on that. Probably harsh. But you know what? That's the point. It was supposed to spark some sort of debate. I still stand by everything I said in it. And, right. Police car going that way, ambulance going that way. That car's turning off. You can go, and then... Okay. Apparently you're going to let me go. Thank you. That was not what I was expecting. Get into this sort of part there. There we go. And we're going to be back towards the motorway. Oh, look at that. Actually something in Berlin that I could actually have taken a picture of. So topics for today will probably keep it a little bit more relaxed. I suppose that's the Berlin city centre in that direction. That would make sense to me. I think I've got a perfect opportunity to take a photo though in a moment. So I am going to, if I can time this correctly. Which I should be able to time correctly. Oh, come on. Get the right gear so I can time this up. There we go. That is where I wanted to put it. Let's see. Right, how do I want this? Ineos, the word for chemicals. I did a bit of reading on who owned this company the other day, and I just cannot remember. It's just a bit of light reading. I suppose I should really pay more attention when I do light reading. There we go. Maybe that's the thumbnail, I don't know. Because of that, I grabbed the steering wheel wrong. That was awkward. I grabbed it thinking it was straight, and then, or instinctively thinking it was going to be straight, and then my body just went, or my hands just went, no, that doesn't feel right at all. That feels completely backwards. I wish it was. It was pretty much the opposite direction. It's upside down. Okay. Ooh, slow. Slow. Where are we going? Where are we going? We are going this way. I've got to try and see... Yeah, this looks... Oh, this is where it's telling us to go. I'm going to leave it in 10th because we're probably going to slow down massively. I'll go into this lane here. I think we're peeling off down this way. There we go. I'm going towards Frankfurt. We'll sort of stick on the inside a bit. Ooh, a bit of roll. A bit of retarder maybe. Okay, we're okay. Leave 10th there. There we go. That wasn't too bad. Alright, so we're headed back towards Poland. Leaving Germany behind. I must say, Germany is actually really quite nice in Euro Truck Simulator. I don't know whether that's normal Germany or just with pro mods or whatever it is, but it's really quite nice. This one I knew. The reason I knew that one is because I saw a Polish sign, or a sign for somewhere in Poland, so I thought, well, that's bound to be where I'm supposed to go. Ooh, what's this? Don't know. Don't like it. Looks dangerous. Anything that's hauled by a Merc. Now, this looks dangerous. It's alright though. Quite clear in. There we go. Happy days. We can just continue as it goes along. Happy days. That's something I haven't seen in a very long time. Some people watching this are just going to be like, what? What's Happy Days? Happy Days was a very good show. Then again, the other one that you had was another one I used to like watching was Saved by the Bell. On top of Happy Days, I think then there was Mork and Mindy. That was brilliant. Yeah, Mork and Mindy. In fact, there we go. There's our topic for the rest of this one. Old television shows. Shows that I used to watch. So Mork and Mindy was definitely a big one. Why does it feel like my tracking's off? I know that's stupid because that doesn't happen in this title, but it does feel like my tracking's off. Maybe my steering wheel is actually failing to track properly now after 6 years. Yeah, we had Mork and Mindy. We had Happy Days. We had Saved by the Bell. Kenan and Kel. That was another one I used to really, really like watching. This is all through different parts of my childhood. Obviously, I watched cartoons as well. Pokemon. When it originally, the original series of Pokemon came out, that was brilliant. Ash Ketchum's still 10 years old, somehow, for some bizarre reason. Don't know. He's still 10 years old. And yeah, that was awesome to watch. Digimon I never quite liked. And I remember a show called Cubics. Cubics Out of the Ordinary, Robots for Everyone. Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry everybody liked. Tom and Jerry and Looney Tunes. Looney Tunes was really good. Although I've heard that it's actually, well, it's really strange because the way it's pronounced is Looney Tunes. The reason it's pronounced tunes is because Americans pronounce tune. So therefore it became tune. So therefore in some places it's written Looney Tunes. But it's still tunes. Anyway, that one always got me. Looney Tunes was always good. Space Jam, therefore, was awesome. This is the Polish border. Alright. Let's do that. And take a screenshot just here. So I always liked watching things like that. I am very close on this side, aren't I? I am. Actually, that's plenty of space. Stop whining. What else did I used to watch? There was a lot of TV shows that I used to watch when I was younger. But then I never used to watch massive amounts of television. It was just what I used to watch. I used to like, enjoy. Yeah, I used to just like watching them. Example, you know, I never used to watch shows. I never used to binge shows. Obviously, you couldn't really do that. But I never used to just go one show after another show after another show. I'd watch one or two and then that's it. Then I'd probably pick up a book and read. Doesn't seem like we've got to get out of this lane. Just got to be careful here. Oh, German police car coming in through Poland. Must be turning around at the next junction. I used to like watching other things, like in the UK we had a cop show called The Bill. We had another cop show called Due South. That was always good. That was a Canadian cop show. Constable Benton Fraser, Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Probably the most upstanding police officer you'd ever see in television. The Bill was always great. I really did like watching The Bill. Occasionally, Stargate SG-1. That came out, so that was awesome. Star Trek, Next Generation, Voyager, Deep Space Nine. Never really got into the original series. That wasn't something that appealed to me massively. So never was one of the original series fans. Although I did like Kirk, and Enterprise was good, but it took a while to get going. So, but that was more when I'd grown up a little bit. I think Enterprise came out sort of. I was about 12 years old at that point, so it was already. You know, I was already growing up. I talk about more when I was a kid. Other things that I used to watch. Just trying to think. Casualty was another TV show in the UK. Still running. Casualty. Still like watching that. It's difficult to think of which ones I used to watch now. What else did I used to watch? Sorry, I had to really focus on that one. They really should have had a warning sign earlier. That man was disappearing. That's worrying. What else did I used to... I'm just trying to think. See, that's what I mean. I never used to really watch that many TV shows. I suppose I used to watch... Card Captors came out at one point, which the anime is much better. Card Captors Sakura is much better than Card Captors itself, but I really still like Card Captors, particularly the theme song of that. And then as a kid, for learning and stuff, I was always into Sesame Street and Tots TV and things like that. That was really good, something I used to like watching. Never ever really liked the Teletubbies. But I used to have a wide range of television shows I used to watch, from sci-fi to drama to cartoons to educational. So, you know, a 7-year-old watching Star Trek The Next Generation is, you know, that's something you'd expect. Who got me? Seriously, who got me? Oh, you got me. Okay. Oh, I'm fine. I'll pay that one. But yeah, Star Trek Next Generation, a 7-year-old watching that does have quite an influence on... Oh, that was another one. Is it... Not Quantum Leap. 7 Days. Something called 7 Days. That was a really good show. I never ever watched Quantum Leap. I think I was too young to watch Quantum Leap. Maybe watched an episode or two and that's about it. But I was definitely too old to watch Quantum Leap. Oh, sorry, young. I suppose I was born too late because I was a bit earlier than something like The Next Generation, as far as I know. And other TV shows. I'm just trying to think, what other TV shows did I used to watch? That was about it, really. Yeah, I suppose that was about it. It wasn't... The American TV shows I used to watch were more sci-fi. The British TV shows were basically everything else, most likely. And cartoons, obviously I used to watch a fair amount of cartoons. So yeah, definitely a fair amount of cartoons on it, but nothing too crazy again. Pokemon was probably the one I remember the most as a cartoon. Jungle Run was a quiz show. Art Attack with Neil Buchanan. That was something that used to teach me arts and crafts. The Queen's Head. I remember a show called The Queen's Head. It's based around, I think the opening of the show was like a 50p piece. That was really weird. I also remember another one, and I cannot remember the name of the show, but we used to watch it in school as well. Then I never used to watch The Demon Headmaster. I never liked that. This is now really going back. I'm really trying to remember here. And it's difficult. I like this bridge. I might take a screenshot on this bridge. About there. It is very difficult to remember all the old TV shows. I'm really thinking here. I shouldn't have started this topic. But I used to, really like, and some of them I guess haven't dated brilliantly. I'm sure some of them, you look at them now and you'll think, oh, okay, that's not great. But others, I think, would probably still look pretty good. I mean, Stargate would probably still look... I need to watch Stargate again now. But I'm sure that would still look really quite good. SG-1. Maybe, yes, dated graphics, but the concept and the theory is still good. I know it had a number of spin-off shows that I watched as well. Atlantis, Universe, and a few films. Obviously, I never watched the first film until... Actually, I've never watched the first film in its entirety. I've only seen a bit of it. So there is that. But I do know that the idea of the film. I just haven't actually watched it. Oops. Really should have done that. Aside from that, I'm still thinking these were all very different shows to what you have now. The shows were they were more, I don't know whether thoughtful is the right word for it. Yeah, I'm not sure if thoughtful is the right word. Shows now are still pretty good. They were just very different. There was a lot more going on in them subtly. There was a lot more subtleness. Oh dear. Okay. There's just a lot more subtleness going on in every single show. That now I think is sort of... It's harder to find shows like that. At least in my opinion. Some shows are really good. Oh, there was another show I used to watch, at least a little bit of. What did it indicate? It was called Chips. California Highway Patrol. As the motorbike division. I've forgotten the names of the two main characters. Poncherelli and something else. Oh, who was the other name? That was funny. That was a comedy. I never used to get it as a kid. Then I watched it a few years ago again. So, oh yeah, that makes sense. And Knight Rider. Yes. loved watching Knight Rider. Always wanted Kit. So yeah, that's another one. Knight Rider was definitely up on the list. Wow, this looks like this is a town that's still being built, or maybe a lumber town, a resource town or something. What's this? This is an agency, recruitment agency. Fine. What am I indicating? It's my right of way here. Whoa! Really? Okay. And again, a roundabout that I have no idea how it works, but let me know in the comments box what your TV shows were. If you remember TV shows as a kid, what kind of TV shows did you used to watch? And do you watch any of them now, or do you like to watch any of them now that you used to watch? And do you think they would hold up as well as they once did? I think some of them, like I said, I think some of them would now. Pokemon certainly would. You know, it's a worldwide phenomenon. The Muppets, actually, just for saying the phenomenon, I just remembered the Muppets. What do you mean red signal offense? I couldn't even see the signal. I felt like I was through that, never mind. Yeah, the Muppets was something. So I used to watch the Muppet Show. I still remember the one episode with Christopher Reeve in it. He was standing next to a telephone box, and Kermit just goes, Christopher, what are you doing here? He goes, oh, you never know. I'm just standing next to a telephone box. You never know when there might be any trouble. Renault. Ugh. And that was a nice Superman reference on that. Any actually, 10th will be fine here. Yeah, that was really quite cool. Ooh, this is a lovely city. That's a very big river. And there was one with I think it was with Steve Martin. It was a complete change. Instead of, this is why I'm delivering it. It is. Instead of I think beacons need to be on here. Actually, hazards will do. I think instead of the show being to an audience, it was to the Muppets or something, and it was really quite good as well. Different type of show. And then you know, the Muppet films were really nice. Ooh, if I could take that V-Power, Shell V-Power thing somewhere, I would love to. What is it? Wow. That is a really big beam. Right, where am I taking this? There it is. I've just realised that I've done a massive stupid here. I should have taken it in the other way. It's alright. Blindside reverse into that. I mean, why not? Ooh, not good. Think I can squeeze that in? I might squeeze that in. It looks like I was going to miss it. Oh, I'm just on the curb. That's fine. Just straighten up just a smidge. That's the only problem with having a small... Well, I say a small monitor. It's not really a small monitor. It's just that for the distance I am away from the monitor and having to look in that tiny mirror, it is small. So that's the only problem there. You can't really see what you're doing. So you've just got to sort of guess. Sort of as I am doing right now. I think that should accept it. As soon as I roll back far enough, there you go. Done. That, cancel that. Perfect. Switch that off and detach trailer. Wonderful. So if you guys have any ones of his any TV shows that you used to watch, don't watch anymore, do let me know. That would be interesting. Definitely interesting to see. I want to see this current company offers. I want to see what exactly there is. Oh, we've got a skill. Okay, the skill we're going to put up is probably going to be, I think, ooh, fragile cargo. I kind of like the whole high value delivery. Yeah, high value cargo always sounds good. I like the idea of having that. That would be quite cool stuff. Although I do wonder what fragile cargo gives you. Although it says that these are all already unlocked. I'm not sure. Does it just give you more stuff? Maybe it just gives you more in terms of rewards. So maybe we should just unlock more things. For example, ooh, we could take fireworks around. Let's go for fireworks. You never know. Alright, let's see what we have over here. So we've got some diesel. That's actually diesel. Right. Where's that going? Ooh, that's going up there. It wouldn't be too bad to take, but it's not. I'm surprised that it's not giving me that much. This one is. Important delivery, high value cargo, pressure tank. Look at that. 2 types. Very fancy. Quite a long journey as well, right away into Slovakia. Going to skirt the... Yeah, we're going to basically skirt around Poland. We'll have to see. We will have to see. Also, I need to check the world map, see what we have, because we might need to go to, for example, there, and see what's available. In fact, we probably will go there right now to see what we've unlocked. But also check the freight market for everything in this town. And see what we have. Okay, we have a pressure tank, we have sawdust panels. Frozen... Is that some sort of fish? I think. I don't know. That's going towards the Netherlands. Back through Germany. That's going down there. Air conditioners to sort of just on the border with Liechtenstein. Retail store equipment. Oh, that's not a bad one. That's not a bad one at all. Why don't we take a Mercedes in a Scania? Yeah, that could work. But some of these, they're not worth that much money. And this is just not a lot. £21. Realistically, that's our best bet. But I need to see. I might take a break, get some sleep, something like that. See what we have. But to end this episode off, I'm going to drive to my way over to the dealership, the Renault dealership, but not to actually purchase a Renault. No, heaven forbid. But to just see if we can see what we've unlocked, essentially. Is that Eddie Stobart in Poland? No, it's not. I don't know what that is. I am waiting to see an Eddie Stobart somewhere in Europe. We need to have a different one. Maybe DHL. I saw a couple of DHLs. Maybe we'll do that. The brakes on this truck are very sharp when not carrying or not hauling a trailer, as you would expect, I suppose. Okay, let's press that. Let's service our truck. Spend a bit of money. We've got 250 grand. We can actually buy a new truck. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to kill that. I'm actually going to save this before we go into that bit, just because I'm a little bit worried. Episode 60. Wow, 60 episodes in and this hasn't broken. Very good. Come on, in we go. Right. Here we go. This is going to take a while. What do we have new? We have top line. No, I don't fancy that. That's a tall ones. Currently we have a 6.2 chassis. Okay. We could go to... What's that? Camera reset. Okay. We could go to a 6.2 long with double tyres. This is a 4.2, sorry. We could go to a 6.2 with double tyres. We could go to a 6.24. 6.24. In all honesty, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to be going with a 6.2 long, more than likely. I would probably go with that or potentially that. Not too sure. Not too sure on that. Have to have a look. Yeah, does this take us out all the way? No, it doesn't. Just to this point. There we go. Get those side skirts back on. It's going to be interesting. That's alright. Maybe we're going to spend the entire next episode doing this. Look at that. We've got a V8. Look at this one. That's looking good. I thought these were V8s. Are these not V8s? Now it's saying V8. I don't know. I actually do not know what these ones are now. So we've got this. This is a 16 gear, I think. Currently we've got a 12 gear. 420 Euro 5. We're looking for a DC 16. Oh no, maybe they're not 12 gears. I don't know. They'll probably tell me there. That's a 14 gears. Yeah, 2 reverse. And that is... also 14 gears, yeah. It does massive improvement on heavy cargo and hills. 650 bhp. What's our current one? 420. I mean, even if we went up to 470 like that, that's still a big increase. And 450. That 650 is kind of tempting, that is. That's really quite tempting. It does cause problems on heavy cargo, though. Again, something to potentially look at. That's the transmission. Why am I looking at the engine? Well done me. Someone's probably going to comment on that. Look at all these Scania transmissions that we've got. So currently we've got one of them. We could go into any one of these. That would change. That would probably change a lot. No, it doesn't. It does not. Great. That does. Never mind. Interior wise, oh, we've got a few of these now. 6 Series Executive. It doesn't have the steering wheel that I want. How does that look any different to the standard? Oops, that's not what I meant to press. It doesn't really. Okay, it's a little bit brighter. I kind of like... I'll be honest, I kind of like the darker one. So no, I'm not really... Yeah, I'm not really sort of keen on this. I'm going to stick with that. Colours wise, still not changing anything here. Equipment wise, this is where things get fancy. Yep, this is where things really get fancy. What else have we unlocked? Nothing new there. Yeah, we've got the bottom. Oh, that's rubbish. No, nothing fancy here. Anything up the front? We've got more sun visors, not fancy. Probably a new stone guard. Yep, not fancy. This, ooh, not fancy. Actually, that might be fancy if we did that. That might start getting a bit fancy. Don't know. Down here. Nope. Here. Nope. Here. Just another badge. Paint 2. What? What? That's useless. What's the point of that badge? I don't like the way that badge is anyway, but there we go. You stay where you were. Nothing new there. Okay, not a really good one, actually. I was kind of hoping for something that would be a little better. Sting looks nice. Oh, this is kind of nice. Look, fog lights and stuff. Why do you want yellow running lights? That doesn't seem to make sense. Who has you? Oh, American, of course. Probably new exhausts. New bits at the back. Ooh, back LEDs. That's something that I might consider. I'll have to have a look. Exhaust stacks. That back. No, they don't look very good. Okay, this isn't really that impressive, sadly. No, it's not. Therefore, I'm probably going to end it right there. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to hit the like button if you like this video. Subscribe to the channel for more videos on Euro Truck Simulator 2. Leave a comment in the comments box below, letting me know what you think. Don't forget to support me on Patreon, www.patreon.com/ecgadget. Your support would be massively appreciated. It would really help me out. Ooh, he's got vertical ones that are in the new ones, and he's got cyan ones. How bright do they look? Oh, they really are bright, aren't they, those cyan ones? Looking good. Yeah, leave a comment in the comments box below letting me know what you think. Don't forget to support me on Patreon, www.patreon.com/ecgadget. Your support would be massively appreciated. It would really help me out. Also, you can find me on Twitch, twitch.tv/ecgadget, and on social media at ecgadgetlp for both Twitter and Instagram. That's all from me, and I'll see you guys next time in Euro Truck Simulator 2, where I still haven't decided exactly where we're going, but I'm sure we'll decide somewhere and get back on the road.